In the middle of the night, Naya woke up. She heard loud crickets and felt the cold, wet ground under her. Her head was pounding. Slowly, she sat up and looked around. Graves were all around her. The air smelled like wet grass and something rotten. "Where am I?" she whispered. She was barefoot. Her clothes were dirty. Her necklace was gone. The last thing she remembered was being at a party. There was loud music, people dancing, then nothing. "Zuri? Lami?" She called out for her friends. No answer. Just silence. The graveyard felt heavy and scary. Her legs were weak, but she stood up and walked toward the gate. There was a sign ahead. It said, "Welcome to Ekuru Province." Her heart dropped. She had been in Tadeja. Ekuru was hours away. "How did I get here?" she whispered. She reached for her pocket. No phone. No money. Nothing. She walked down the empty road. Not a single car or person. Just crickets. After some time, she saw a small wooden shop by the road. She sat on the bench outside it, holding her head. "I need to go back to Tadeja," she said softly. She rested for a while. Then she started walking again. Hours passed, her feet hurt. Then she saw a truck. She waved and the old driver stopped. "Please, I need a ride to Tadeja," she begged. The old man nodded. "Get in." By 8 in the morning, she was back. She rushed to her apartment where she lived with her 2 friends. "Zuri? Lami?" she called. Tudai. Apartment was quiet. Beds untouched. Curtains still. No sign of them. She sat down, confused and scared. She remembered the party, the music, Zuri giving her a drink, Lami laughing. Then, darkness. By noon, Naya couldn't take it anymore. She took a bike to Inira's house, the girl who hosted the party. Inira lived in a big mansion. Inira opened the door. "What do you want, Zuri and Lami?" "We were at your party. I can't find them." Inira frowned. "What party?" "I didn't have a party." "We were here. There was music, dancing." Inira rolled her eyes. "I didn't see you, or your friends. Goodbye." She slammed the door. Naya stood there, shocked. 2 days passed, still no sign of Zuri or Lami. Naya didn't eat, didn't sleep. On the 3rd day, she turned on the TV. The news made her freeze. 2 women found dead in a Ekuru graveyard, the anchor said. The screen showed the place Naya had woken up in. The bodies were identified as Zuri Okeki and Lami Bako. Naya gasped. "No, no." Tears poured down her cheeks. The anchor continued. "Police suspect foul play. Anyone with information should come forward." Naya turned off the TV and dropped to the floor. That night, a knock came at the door. Her heart raced. She peeked through the hole. 2 policemen. She opened the door slowly. "Are you Naya Obilo?" one asked. "Yes." "You are under arrest." "What? Why?" They showed her a small bag. Her purse. "Found at the crime scene. We need to ask questions." At the station, Naya sat in a cold room. "What happened that night?" they asked. "I don't know." "How did you get to the graveyard?" "I don't remember." "Your things were found near the bodies." "I swear I didn't do anything." One officer leaned close. "You're the only one alive. That makes you our main suspect." Naya buried her face in her hands. She felt broken. In her cell, she tried to think. But her memories were like broken pieces. She remembered dancing, Zuri giving her a drink, Lami laughing. Then, blackness. She thought about her parents. She was their only child. Her father was very strict, always asking where she was, who she was with. "Stop hanging with those wild girls," he always said. But Naya didn't listen. She liked freedom, parties, fancy clothes. One night, she came home. Very late, her father waited. "Where were you?" he asked. "Out with friends." "It's midnight. Stop shouting, I'm old enough. Under my roof, you follow my rules." Naya rolled her eyes and stormed to her room. Things got worse. One day he tried to take her car keys. "You're not going anywhere tonight." She grabbed them. "You can't control me." Her mother tried to calm them. "Listen to him, please." "I'm done with this house," Naya shouted. Her father's face fell. "Don't do this. My heart can't take it." But she didn't care. She packed and left. She moved in with Zuri. Zuri loved parties. They went out every night, dancing, drinking, and now, her friends were dead. Naya sat in her prison cell, tears drying on her cheeks. Her mind spun in circles, stuck on the last, clear memory, Zuri handing her a sweet drink, Lami laughing beside her, then everything going dark. Far away in her parents' quiet living room, a phone rang. Her mother picked up. "Hello? Mrs. Obilo? This is Inspector Oho from the Tadeja Police Department. I'm calling to inform you, your daughter has been arrested." Her mother gasped. "Arrested? Why?" "She is the prime suspect in the death of 2 women found in Ikuru province." The phone almost slipped from her hand. She covered the receiver, trembling. "It's Naya. The police said she's a suspect." Her father stood up quickly. "What? Let me speak to them." He took the phone. "This is her father. There must be a mistake. My daughter wouldn't." "Sir," the inspector said, calm but firm. "Her belongings were at the scene. She's the only survivor. We must investigate." His hands began to shake. No, not my Naya." Suddenly he clutched his chest. "Emeka," her mother shouted, running to him. He collapsed to the floor, his face pale, his body trembling. "Help! Somebody help!" The ambulance arrived too late. The hospital confirmed what her mother feared. Naya's father had died from a heart attack. Her mother wept in the waiting room, face buried in her hands. If only she'd listened. Back in jail, Naya was called to the visitor's room. Her mother sat across the table, her face hard, her eyes tired. "Mama," Naya whispered. Her mother stared for a long time. Then, her voice cracked. "Your father is gone." Naya's mouth fell open. "Gone? What?" He had a heart attack the moment he heard. It was too much for him. The world around Naya fell apart. "No, Mama, I didn't do anything." Her mother's tears came fast. "You left us. You left him. He begged you to stay, and now he's dead. I didn't mean to. I didn't want this." Her mother slammed her hand on the table. "Your selfishness killed him. You destroyed our family." "Mama, please." But her mother stood, face cold. "If you loved him, you'd have listened." She turned and walked away, her footsteps echoing in the empty room. Days passed. Naya remained the only suspect. Inira denied having a party. There was little evidence to help Naya. Everyone believed she was guilty. Her court date arrived. Her mother didn't come. She sat in the courtroom alone. The prosecution painted her as wild and careless. They showed photos of her purse, her dead friends. Naya felt sick. Her lawyer tried to explain she was drugged, but without proof, no one listened. The judge was about to speak when suddenly the door burst open. A woman rushed in. "Your Honor, please, I have something to say." The judge paused. "And you are?" "Tariro. I'm a food seller. I saw what happened that night." The room went silent. Tariro told her story. That night, as she walked home past the graveyard, she saw a black car stop. 2 men stepped out, dragging 2 unconscious girls. She hid and watched. They dumped the girls near the graves, laughing. Then they pulled out a 3rd girl, still alive. They were going to harm her too. Tariro, hiding behind a tree, threw stones and made noise. The men got scared and ran. "I didn't help her then. I was afraid," Tariro said. "But when I saw her face on the news, I knew I had to speak." She gave the judge a photo she'd secretly taken. 2 men beside a black car. One had a scar on his face. The courtroom buzzed. "This changes everything," the judge said. Police used the photo to track the men. When caught, they confessed. They had drugged Zuri, Lami, and Naya at the party. When Zuri overdosed, they panicked and dumped all three in the graveyard. Naya had still been breathing. They tried to finish her off but got scared by Toriro's tricks. The men were arrested. Naya was declared innocent. As she walked out of court, the sun warmed her face for the first time in weeks. Toriro stood outside smiling. "Thank you," Naya whispered. "You saved my life." "Just do something good with your second chance," Toriro replied. Outside, her mother waited by a car, her eyes filled with tears. Naya paused, unsure. Then her mother walked forward and hugged her tight. "I thought I lost you. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't mean for any of this. We'll get through it. Together." Days later, Naya stood before her father's grave. The wind was gentle. She knelt, whispering, "Papa, I should have listened. I was wrong. I promise I'll change. I'll make you proud." Her mother joined her, placing a hand on her shoulder. "He loved you, Naya, despite everything. Honor his memory." Naya nodded. Tears streamed down her face. And so, Naya learned a lesson she would never forget. Choices matter. Freedom without wisdom is dangerous. One mistake can hurt many. But second chances? They're a gift from the spirits. Don't waste them. Sometimes chasing freedom can lead us into darkness, but even in our deepest mistakes, there's a chance to turn back. Naya's story reminds us, the people who guide us aren't holding us back. They're holding us up. Never ignore wise counsel, because pride can cost more than you ever imagined. If you love powerful stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us for more African tales filled with emotion and deep life lessons.